Hello, welcome to another episode of Retail Focus. I'm John Suder here once again with my co-host Bart Mroz.
What's happening?
What's up, Bart? Before we get started, why don't you tell me what your one awesome thing for this week is?
I've been exploring new places around my new town that I live in.
Yeah, if you check my chat log, I have pictures of all these great places in Connecticut. You should start a tourism channel for Connecticut.
I just, got to explore your new town.
I have to say, it looks very nice. Definitely rivals anything that we have in Philly. So I'm a little jealous.
It's been interesting, man. And they're all literally right here, like 5 minutes from my house. Great. I love it.
That's cool. I don't have anything as wondrous as that. The only thing I could think of this week was, I cut down on my TV viewing because it is summertime. You're supposed to be outside, not sitting and rotting on the couch. But the new season of Black Mirror, OMG. Black Mirror has been one of my favorite shows ever since it came on Netflix. The new season came out. If you're not familiar with Black Mirror, it is basically Twilight Zone for Gen Z. The writing, the production, and it's the kind of show, it's sci-fi, but it makes you think because it's basically the underlying message on all these shows are be careful of technology because while it's designed to help you, it may wind up hurting you, which is a good theme because we're going to start off talking about AI.
Yeah, I unfortunately have never seen the show.
You are missing out, sir. Yeah, just think Twilight Zone for the modern age, man. Really cool show.
All right,
let's begin. So we're going to talk about Starbucks. Starbucks has launched an AI-powered virtual assistant called Green Dot Assist to help baristas work smarter and faster. Green Dot Assist is an AI assistant living on an iPad that baristas can nag with questions like, how do I make that complicated seasonal latte again? Or why won't the espresso machine stop acting up? Instead of flipping through manuals or searching online, baristas can ask questions on in-store iPads, either by typing or talking, and get instant conversational answers. Green Dot Assist provides quick, practical support right when it's needed. The tool is currently being piloted in 35 Starbucks stores with plans to expand across the US and Canada by 2026. Microsoft Azure and OpenAI power it, and the assistant aims to reduce operational friction, allowing baristas to spend more time connecting with customers and crafting great coffee. For Starbucks, it's a bet that AI can enhance speed, accuracy, and employee satisfaction without sacrificing the brand's human touch. Starbucks is effectively testing what it means to scale AI in frontline retail, where small time savings accumulate to meaningful margin expansion. For Microsoft, it's a marquee client win in the competitive cloud AI space. For investors, it's a preview of how AI may appear in more mundane yet profitable applications than chatbots or headline-grabbing models. Starbucks emphasizes that this technology is designed to support, not replace, its partners, enhancing their experience and helping to speed up service to meet new goals, such as serving orders in under 4 minutes. In short, Starbucks is blending AI with the human touch to make the coffeehouse experience better for both partners and customers, marking a new era of innovation in their stores. But don't worry, Starbucks swears it's not replacing humans, just making their lives easier. Welcome to the future of coffee, where your latte is made with a side of artificial intelligence and a dash of existential dread. I only reported on it because, as the report says, it's basically introducing AI to the front line of retail, which I think is interesting. And as it said, every minute counts, especially a place like Starbucks where people are waiting in line and you expect that quick service. So
just like what James E would say, just put it in the bag, bro.
Put it in the bag, bro.
Put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Anyway, I mean, okay. I order a venti, like, with nothing in it. It takes literally 2 minutes. By the way, side note, the new coffee machines they have in there are pretty awesome because they're no longer old school ones. They actually brew it as you get the cup now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So if you look at it, they actually press a button and actually brews it. So I think it's a little better. Obviously, it's does, everybody is like, oh, Starbucks sucks. I'm like, yeah, but it's the same experience, same flavor everywhere you go. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I do like their coffee, but my experience of Starbucks is limited to airports and anytime I'm traveling out of the state because we don't have a good Starbucks around here. The one we have around here, it's a traffic nightmare to get in and out.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And you know what? For my everyday coffee, I'll brew it myself, or I'll go to the old Wawa down the street, which if you have the rewards card, you've been getting free coffee up until tomorrow. So,
all right. Well, there's that. Thanks.
you know what? That people diss their coffee, but you know what? If it's free, it's me.
I guess in the larger places where it's like very busy, yeah, I guess can, but it's been happening more and more anyway. Like it's just technology. Like that doesn't really change anything. In like this situation, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know it's not exactly groundbreaking, but I did feel that it was important to note that AI is finally reaching frontline retail. So
yeah, I think it's more of not the stores we're used to. It's the urban stores where you have a drive-through where like McDonald's was testing this. I think they bought a company to do like automatic ordering type things.
Yeah, we actually reported that on our old podcast. That's how long ago that goes back.
Yeah. So I think that's happening, which is always funny when you hear it's like, welcome to McDonald's, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like another person like, and it's welcome to McDonald's and blah, blah. But then you hear, if you're like, what is that?
You get the smooth, buttery, hi, welcome to McDonald's. And then the real guy comes on and says, yo, man, what do you want?
So that's always the funniest. And then you get, something like Chick-fil-A where there's people just standing outside taking an order, which is still boggles my mind.
It's crazy. Like they've designed their takeout lines they're multiple lanes.
Yep.
And like you said, there's people standing outside. It's really crazy. They have the one by me. They have a kiosk for the person that stands outside to get out of the sun, and they're like there with their iPad. They do bang those orders out, though. I am impressed.
They are pretty good about it. The whole idea. I mean, I guess it's better than having a person. I don't know. Their whole customer service is interesting. But it's always funny to me. It's like, they do have technology for this. I get it. Whatever.
So we missed a good Father's Day joke. You should have told everybody last week that dads eat free on Sunday at Chick-fil-A.
I thought that Park Bike was gonna do that, where they had to open them up for some odd reason. I don't know what that was, the whole idea there. But anyway, all right, continuing. According to a new Gallup poll, 40% of U.S. employees now use artificial intelligence in their jobs at least a few times a year, with 8% using it daily and 19% using it a few times per week or more. That's nearly double what it was 2 years ago. The biggest users are white-collar professionals. Think tech, finance, and office jobs, where AI helps from everything from crunching data to writing emails. Managers are leading the charge, using AI about twice as often as frontline staff. Companies are encouraging this shift, with more than half promoting AI tools to boost productivity. But here's the catch. Only a small slice of employees feel their company's AI tools are actually helpful. And despite all the AI hype, most workers aren't losing sleep over job loss fears. Only about 15% think AI might replace them in the next 5 years. So AI is definitely becoming a workplace staple, but it's still a mixed bag when it comes to how useful people find it and how it's changing their day-to-day. So why is this happening? Well, AI adoption is surging. There's been rapid growth. And white-collar workers are definitely more likely to use it than blue-collar workers, because I can't imagine being out on the job site and saying, oh, Gemini, can you please tell me how deep this post needs to be? I mean, that's, it's going to be built into things for them. That's right. Given, like, imagine being this job site and just taking a picture of whatever land, and then everything just gets, sized up properly and all kind of stuff. So, that's going to make their job stuff, but it's going to get built.
Yeah. Certain things, I didn't even really think of it from that angle, but yeah, that is correct in the way that your phone can literally like calculate things that you used to have specialized tools for,
Yeah. I mean, we use it just because it's just there. Like that's just part of our life now, but we're going to build those tools into things they use every day anyway, right? It's no longer it's going to be AI. Everything's going to have a sticker in AI. It's just going to be natural. It's just there. It's just another piece of technology that's going to be.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Remember when AI started becoming popular and you had the little icon of the little stars, and everyone sprinkled that little AI star logo and it like, oh, it's powered by AI. Now it's like, well, duh, everything's powered by AI. So the bottom line,
it's what is it? Remember when the Intel stickers were
Intel inside?
I ain't that old.
And yeah, we're old. So the bottom line is AI is becoming a common tool in the American workplace, but concerns remain regarding accuracy and reliability. Workers are encouraged to use AI thoughtfully and always verify its output. So there's different ways that we've discussed this before, how companies can harness AI. And I think the real low-hanging fruit is the boring, repetitive stuff, data entry, invoice processing, scheduling. I mean, the less time you have a staff spending on the minutia. Now, I know there's some workers out there that love living in minutia land, but I was never one of those. And
yeah, I mean, it's that, and the hallucinations are the biggest issues, and you see it all over the place when people try to use it for more than that, what it's supposed to be. And as easy as it is to use, it's also complex, right? So you're getting hallucinations are hard. Like how many cases we've seen with attorneys doing it, and then it's hallucinating case law or case things, right? And you're like, well, that doesn't help. You know what I mean?
that could
But
be
it's feeding it. It's feeding it's repeating what you're feeding it, right? So the more crap you feed it, the more it's gonna do it. It's just because it's based on patterns.
I think so. It's this every week, crap in, crap out.
Right. Because I mean, it's also patterns, right? So it's looking patterns. It's like, oh, well, you wanted this pattern, so I'm going to just read a case law thing for this particular pattern. And you're like, how do I verify that when it comes to these things? You know what I mean? Like writing a blog article that really is about whatever against writing something that's law.
Right. Like literally life or death for someone.
Right. That's different. So on the other side, I'm excited about, things in medical fields and things like that, but it's also the same thing. You gotta check it and recheck it, and technology has to be checked. And at the end of the day, humans are still making the stuff. Technology's not making itself.
So we talked about the pros of AI in the workplace. The real thing is it takes complicated processes and makes it suggests better ways to get things done. I like that personally, is because I'm more of a process person. I like to have a process in place, and sometimes I overthink my processes.
My stuff is like, I'm a lot more straightforward and stuff like that. And some days I have to be a little more toned down and stretched out and, kind of soft and fuzzy. I'm not. I'm soft and fuzzy overall, but when I sometimes get into work mode, it's definitely not soft and fuzzy.
You should see what ChatGPT thinks of me. Thinks I'm a real smartass. I don't know where I got that from.
John, I have no idea. You smartass? I have, sir, no clue.
All right, so let's talk about some of the cons. You mentioned, hallucinations. There's also high implementation costs, skill and expertise requirements, because it's not like a lot of this is not just plug and play. It's, as you said, you got to feed it the right data and have it set up properly for your particular case.
Yeah.
Data privacy and security risks, that's always going to be a thing that people are going to have to keep an eye on. That some of these chatbots can be a little biased, but it's funny how Grok is being used to call out certain people on X, which is really funny. But here's the thing that kind of, I guess it's the silver lining for people like me. The lack of creativity and out of the box thinking. Now, I do a lot of tests. I'll feed prompts into multiple LLMs, and I always get that same, here's what you should do. And it's written in that same tone. And it's just like,
yeah,
it doesn't get to that next point. Now it's probably yet. But yeah, I think you still need the human element, especially when it comes to creative things. And I've said this before. I think there's going to be, especially in the design world, there's going to be a backlash of handcrafted stuff versus this AI slop, which I guilty. I produce AI slop. I'm making a couple AI movies right now that are complete slop. But I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy the ridiculousness of some of it. And really, when it comes to movies, I love the creativity that you can put into it, because it's low limited by your imagination, and AI is not going to take your imagination away. And we're gonna close up this story. I found this yesterday. Microsoft's latest study on workplace productivity. Microsoft's new 2025 Work Trend Index reveals a harsh truth. What's really killing productivity at work is work itself.
Wow. I mean,
thanks to hybrid schedules and nonstop digital interruptions, the traditional 9 to 5 is dead. Instead, we're stuck in what Microsoft calls the infinite work day, where people start checking emails as early as 6 a.m. That seems late. Keeps answering chats and meetings well into the evening, and even work on weekends. On average, workers get hit with an email, chat message, or meeting invite every 2 minutes during the day. Yikes. So basically, the article says we need to rethink how we work, and AI could just speed up this broken system instead of fixing it.
Yes.
So I guess you still got to use your brain, man, and set those boundaries up and stop feeding the dopamine machine.
I mean, dopamine, my friends, it's all the rage.
It's all the rage.
It's all the rage.
I'm selling bottles of dopamine on Etsy, and I'm making a killing.
What? Sir, that's fantastic. I like it.
Oh, if only. Oh, if only. All right, final story of the day. Meta partners with brands on smart glasses. Meta is doubling down on AI-powered smart glasses after selling 2 million pairs of the Ray-Ban Metas since late 2023. Now they're teaming up with Oakley and Prada for the next wave of high-tech specs. The Oakley Meta glasses, dropping today, June 20th, are designed for athletes and active folks. Think weather-resistant with a camera in the center of the frame so cyclists and sports lovers can easily record their adventures. The price tag, expect around $360, a bump up from the Ray-Ban models. These new glasses will do all the usual smart stuff: snap photos and videos, make calls, send texts, live stream, play music, and answer questions with a Hey Meta command. Meanwhile, the Prada partnership aims to blend luxury fashion with Meta's technology, although there was no launch date as of yet. Prada's thick temple designs are perfect for packing in all of that tech. Meanwhile, Apple and Google are lurking, ready to jump into the smart glasses game. So Meta basically shouting, "We're here and we're stylish." With competitors like Apple and Google, Meta is betting big on wearable AI, hoping to make smart specs the next must-have accessory for both athletes and the fashion-forward crowd. Whether anyone actually wants to wear these all day, that is still up for debate. And I'll put the Scott Galloway comment, which he used this for the Vision Pro. He said something to the effect of, a man's face determines whether he's ripe for, and this is a primal thing, if he's ripe for reproduction. And if a woman sees a guy walking around with a big goggles on his face, I'm paraphrasing that. I'm sure I butchered it, but
yeah, that's fine. He definitely has a very well of doing that. But yeah, it's. I mean, I guess they're better than Google Glasses. Remember Google Glasses? Like they were just like so weird because you put them on the glass. It was right here. I mean, the Ray-Bans look good, at least.
Yeah. And the frames are getting smaller.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest issue for them is going to be battery power, right? And I'm assuming, I haven't seen them, I haven't looked at the specs, so I could be wrong, but I'm assuming all that processing is on the phone anyway. So they're just connected to the phone.
Right. It's just Bluetooth. Everything's Bluetooth through.
Yeah.
So the one thing I read from Gizmodo, they said, could glasses replace GoPros? Because obviously the camera tech, you can get pretty good resolution for a small camera. Again, it's the thickness of the frames and how goofy you're going to look wearing these giant pair of goggles. But if Oakley designs this right, and I just looked at the designs have not been posted yet, but if they can make this look cool enough, adventure people aren't going to care that maybe it's a little bulky if they don't have to go, here I am on my adventure with my GoPro, or it's stuck to my bike helmet, or it's on my chest. It's really going to be first person view. And I think for filmmakers, that could be a real game changer. Again, it depends. I mean, the price tag probably isn't going to be a deterrent because, I know people that spend more than that just on, sports cameras.
Mhm.
But we'll see. I don't know, man. I mean, if they're not stylish, I don't know. I see it. And I'm thinking purely from the sports adventure blogger type people. I think this could catch on if the camera quality is good. And imagine, I mean, you could be doing editing as you're doing your thing. Like, let's say
Yeah.
you're biking along and you just talk to the glass and say, cut that last scene, move this scene, and how AI is going to play into this. I mean, it could be really an interesting time. And I'm speaking strictly for creative people and filmmakers and things like that. Now, for everyday Joes, they got to get a lot thinner for people to walk around all day with them.
They kind of got to get this thin.
Yeah, like what
Once
you're
I have
wearing. I have a pair of glasses like that too. Yeah, about the thickness of your glasses is probably what would be acceptable.
Yeah.
Everyday fashion thing. And that's really the challenge with these right now. But as things get smaller and smaller, I mean, remember, we landed on the moon with the computing power of an iPhone. So
Yeah. I mean, listen, the future films and stuff like that will show you all that kind of stuff. They'll come to contacts at some point.
yeah,
It's a lot of years away, but it's going to come to contacts. I mean, everything's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You know what I mean?
making movie with your contacts. That's frightening.
Well, it's going to be Google Glasses, but in contact form.
Yeah, and no one's going to know. Remember,
Your whole
those
head-up
videos?
display.
Remember those videos of people walking around San Francisco? It's like, are you filming me? Smack.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I
The
mean,
one girl in the bar, I'll never forget that one video. The guy walked and she was, are you really recording me right now? And there was like a pool table and small girl, too, he smacked the crap out of this guy. Well,
buckets, man.
you know what? I think Google Glass was before its time because I think it probably would have been, even though it looked goofy, had the big thing hanging off the side. I think it would have been better received in this social media environment than opposed to, when was that? 10,
It's a long time. I mean, it's a while now, but
2004. I mean,
Yeah.
let's look.
I mean, once they put them in these kind of glasses, that's a good start. Because that'd be a fun head-up display type of thing, right? Like, pretty much the idea for it. It's a whole head-up things.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what how Apple's going to respond to this.
They will at some point. I mean, I think their goggles are the best out there, like, for what that is. Like, if you think about it, like, I thought about it too, is like, if the battery life, where you can actually plug them in for a while, the battery life, like, why would you need a desk or anything? Like, you can just sit on your couch and work because you have infinite space.
Right.
Same thing on an airplane or anywhere else. You can just work without having the screens and everything else with you. So I think that changes that kind of play. But eventually they get into the glass world, and they're gonna take forever, like they always do.
Yeah, because it's got to be right. It's got to be right.
It's got to be right.
There's still a listing for Google Glass online, but when you click on it, it takes you to the Google store. And
I'm assuming they're going to work on something at some point.
Yeah, they are. They are. But there's no glass. But I know that they have something in the works. What I was trying to look for was the year Google Glass came out, and I can't seem to get a proper answer. Oh, 2013.
There you
go. Glass Explorers. Remember, like PC Neistat, guys like that.
Yeah.
June 2012. Well, seemed like a lot longer ago, though. I don't know. It seems like a lifetime ago for me.
Listen, last 6 months have been 10 years. So
yeah, you got that right, sir. This week has been the worst year of my life.
This day, shit. We're not even at lunchtime yet.
Oh, I know, and it's going to be hot today. All right, so we're going to finish it up. Enough yapping. That's it for this week. We hope you learned something, but if not, at least you wasted some time. We'll be back next week with more questionable advice and unsolicited opinions. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe. If you prefer the video experience, you can check out our YouTube channel. And lastly, check us out on the socials. We're on Bluesky, Twitter, Facebook. Sign up for our newsletter where you get extended show recaps and behind-the-scenes info on the show. Links are in the show notes. Bart, closing thoughts.
Stay cool, my friends, because if you're in Northeast, it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go, sir. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. So I had plans for Sunday, but now it's going to be 97. Monday, it's going to be 100. Tuesday, it's going to be 100.
Full humidity.
It's going to cool off Thursday, though. It'll only be 91. I mean, I should have just moved to Florida.
It's worse. It's going to be worse than fall there, sir.
It's that time of year where it's like you escape to Florida to get away from the the Northeast heat.
Florida's is bad, dude. Like it is humid. It is bad. It's not great.
No,
It's not great.
that's why it's cheap there this time. Anyway, enough yet. Until next time, may your internet be fast, your video calls be clear, and your mute button always work when you need it most. Peace out.
Who's all?
Peace out.
What do you do now,